Okay. Continue. Okay.
Hello, my name is Joanna. Welcome to the Easy Flow. And today we're going to work on increasing our energy. So let's make sure that I see everybody, and I'm going to mute anybody who might be coming in late. Okay, so today we're going to be moving dynamically with our breath. So it might, like, if you find at any point that it's too much, feel free to take a break. And I will provide you quite a lot of variation. So there'll be an easier version of the pose. And if I see everybody is very advanced, I'll provide you with more advanced version of the pose as well. So we're going to begin with the breath of fire. So join me in a comfortable cross-legged position on the top of the mat. And place your hands on your knees. We're going to start with the breath of fire. It's a stimulating breath that prepares our nervous system for exercise and sends the blood flow to our hands and our knees. The breath sounds a little bit like a sneeze. Sounds like it. The focus is on sharp exhales using our abdominal muscles, and the inhale happen by themselves in between. We're going to do the full inhale, and once we do the half inhale, then we're going to count. I'm going to count to 20, and we're going to do those sharp exhales. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your shoulders, your neck. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your chin, your forehead. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your abdomen. And you can repeat internally after me. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Press once. And you are going to begin with the warm-ups. So extend your hands to the side in a letter T, and we're going to do some shoulder circles. So you can roll your shoulders back and around. We're going to do it 5 times, very slowly. You can make circles bigger, so your palms are sweeping the mat. And up. And then switch the direction. Make some larger circles, some smaller ones. So warm up our shoulders here. Very good. And the hands to the sides. And this time we're going to turn one palm down and the other one up. And we're going to be switching up and down, up and down. You should feel your shoulders rotating as we're doing that. And let's do 2 more. And release your hands to the mat. Take your left hand and put it on the left side. And inhale your right hand up over your head. You can gaze towards your hand. And slowly bring it towards your left side. And just notice your deep stretch on the right side. Don't force it, just a very gentle warm-up stretch. And with control, start placing your hand on the mat and drag it all the way around to the right side. One on the right side. Inhale your left hand up over your head, gaze at your hand, and lean towards your right side. And with control, place the hand on the mat, and very slowly drag it all the way down to the left side. Repeat that. We're going to do it 2 more times on each side. Inhale your right hand up. Lean towards your left side. And with control, place your hand on the mat and drag it all the way to the right side. Inhale your left hand up. Lean towards your right. With control, place it on the mat on the right side and drag it all the way to the left side. One more time. Inhale your right hand up. Place it on the mat and drag it all the way around to the right side. You might notice that this time maybe you can go a little bit deeper and feel the stretch a little bit more on the side. Okay, place your left hand on the mat and drag it all the way around. Great job. When you're ready, place your hands on the mat and push your hips up into downward dog. And in the first downward dog, we're going to establish our ocean breath that's going to guide our practice today. So all of the moves we're going to be doing is going to be in the pace of this ocean breath. It's a 4/4 count breath using our nose. So we inhale with that ocean sound, which is like. So let's practice a couple of rounds together. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Look between your hands, bend your knees, and very slowly walk towards your hands. And once you make it to the top of the mat, grab your opposite elbows. Your feet can be slightly apart. Just gently hold that position. Grab your opposite elbows and just hang in there. You can sway from side to side to warm up your spine. Your knees can be slightly bent. And with control, release your hands and slowly come up all the way up to the standing position, 1 vertebra at a time. Allow your head to come up last. Place your feet together. Roll your shoulders back and down so your palms are facing the short end of the mat. Inhale your hands to the side and up with the prayer position, gaze towards your hands, and exhale, fold forward, send your hips up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back into high plank. Lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest. You can always lower your knees to the mat. Gaze up. And exhale, roll on your toes into downward dog. The first downward dog, we're going to do some walking here to warm up our legs. So you can lift one heel at a time. Just remember to practice the ocean breath as we are doing it. On the next inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees and step or hop to flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands up to the side and up into the prayer position, gaze up, and exhale, release, mountain pose. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, your hands to the side and up into the prayer position, look up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Fantastic job, everybody, beautiful. And step back and lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog. And exhale, send your hips up to downward dog. In the downward dog, bring the attention to your spine, making sure that you're sending your hips as high towards the ceiling as you can. If you have to, you can always bend your knees in order to send your hips up. So keep the spine long and keep the gaze on your knees. Fantastic job, beautiful, really well done. Spread your fingers wide, that will help with your wrists and your elbows. And on the next inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees and step or hop into flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale your hands to the side and up, prayer position, gaze up, and exhale, release, mountain pose. Inhale your hands to the side and up, gaze up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, step back, lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog, and exhale, downward dog. In the downward dog, extend your right foot back and bend your knees. And imagine you have a paintbrush attached to your knees, and we're going to start painting circles in one direction, doesn't matter which direction you go. We're going to warm up our hips here. And you can paint small circles, maybe you can paint big ones. Look into your body and whatever feels comfortable today. And switch the direction. And extend the leg back and place it back on the mat. Extend the left leg back, bend it at the knee, and start painting circles in one direction. Fantastic job, really well done. And switch the direction. Extend the leg back and let it rest on the mat. Look between your hands, bend your knees, and step or hop into flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale your hands to the side and up, prayer position, gaze up, and exhale, release, mountain pose. We're going to move on to sun salutation B. Stand your hips back and down as if you were sitting in a deep chair, and lower down until your fingertips are touching the mat. Sweep your hands up into a chair pose, so we're both sitting low. Exhale, send your hips up. Hands on the mat, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back and lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Turn your left foot out and step your right foot between your hands. So you want to have heel to heel alignment and bring your hands up into prayer position, into warrior one. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step your right foot back into downward dog. Turn your right foot out and move your left foot, step between your hands. And inhale, lift your hands up into warrior one. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back into downward dog. We're going to return back to the ocean breath here. Take your shoulders out. Then imagine that your armpits are trying to gaze at each other. And your fingers are trying to grasp the mat. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend your knees, look between your hands, and step or hop into flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lower your hips as if you are sitting in a chair and bring your hands up into a chair pose. Exhale, rise up and release, mountain pose. Hold your hips back and down. Lift your hands up into a chair pose. Exhale, send your hips up into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back and lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog. And exhale, roll on your toes into downward dog. Turn your left foot out and step with your right foot between your hands. And sweep your hands up into warrior one. And we're going to stay with our knee bend. This time bring your hands to the side and open your hips to the long side of the mat into warrior two. So your gaze is at your middle finger of your right hand. Bring your left hand to the front, square your hips to the short end of the mat, and place your hands back on the mat and step your right foot back into downward dog. Step your right foot out and move your left foot step between your hands and come up to warrior one. Open your hips to the long side of the mat and bring your hands in a letter T and shift your gaze towards your left hand into warrior two. Bring your right hand back to the front. Square your hips to the short end of the mat, place your hands back on the mat and step your left foot back into downward dog. Then try to send your hips maybe even higher. Maybe you can push your heels stronger towards the mat. Your fingers are spread wide. Fantastic job, everybody, beautiful. Look between your hands, bend your knees, and step or hop into flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Send your hips back and down, and sweep your hands up into a chair pose. And exhale, rise up and release. Mountain pose. We're going to do it one more time. Send your hips back and down, and sweep your hands on the mat up into a chair pose. And gaze towards your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your feet back into high plank and lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog. And exhale, send your hips up to downward dog. Turn your left foot out and step with your right foot between your hands. And rise up to warrior one. Gaze towards your hands. Open your hips to the long side of the mat and bring your hands to the side into warrior two. Again, your gaze is at your middle finger of your right hand. Take your left hand and place it on the back Turn your right palm up and straighten your front knee. And bring your hand over your head and do a gentle back bend here. Your gaze is at the fingers of your right hand. Return your hand back. Put your hands back. Bend your front knee. Take your left hand and bring it to the front. Square your hips to the short end of the mat and place your hands back on the mat. And step with your right foot back into downward dog. Turn your right foot out and step with your left foot between your hands and come up to warrior one. Okay, at the prayer, hands above your head. Open your hips to the long side of the mat, bring your hands to the side and shift your gaze towards your left hand, the middle finger. Warrior two. Take your right hand and place it on your back. Turn your palm of your left hand up and bring it over your head as you're straightening your front knee. And keep the gaze at your right hand, at your left hand, as you're doing a gentle back bend. Bring your hands back to the letter T, bend your front knee, and bring your back hands to the front and place them on the mat. Set your left foot back into downward dog. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. So remember that ocean breath. And extend your right foot behind you. And on the exhale, bring your knee to your forehead. Inhale, bring the leg back. And exhale, bring it towards your forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale towards your forehead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And let your leg rest on the mat. And we're going to switch sides. Extend your left leg behind you. And on the exhale, bring it towards your forehead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it towards your forehead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale towards your forehead. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Bring towards your forehead. 4, 3, 2, 1. The leg back and place it back on the mat. On the inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees and sink your hook into flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Send your hips back and down and bring your hands up into your chair pose. Exhale, rise up and release, mountain pose. Set your feet a little bit wider so they're about hip distance apart. And place your hands on your waist. Then your hips back, and we're going to lower only halfway. So we're forming that 90-degree angle between our stomach and our hips. And inhale, come up to the standing position. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do it 2 more times. And come up. 1 more time. Then go to 90-degree. Or just changing at the hips. And come up to the standing. And this time we're going to fold, send your hips back and lower all the way down If you cannot go any lower, hook your fingers around your big toe and fold forward. Send your elbows to the side. Your knees can be slightly bent here. Bring the attention to your feet and how the weight is distributed in your feet. We want to have even distribution between your forefoot and your heel. You may have to stand a little bit extra weight towards the front of the foot. Inhale, flat back. And this time, place your hands on the mat, palms up. And step on your palms with your feet. So you want your big toe in the crease of your wrist. And again, wing your elbows to the side. Fantastic job, really well done. This is a very good massage for our hands and also great massage for our feet. Fantastic job, everybody, beautiful. And inhale, flat back, release your hands and place your hands on your waist. And very slowly, with control, come all the way up to the standing position. Place your hands in a prayer position and very slowly lower down to the squat position. If you have to, you can turn your feet slightly out and push your elbows against your knees. Try to keep your spine long here. Great job. And if you want, take your left hand and extend it in front of your left foot. And bring your right hand over on the diagonal. And if you can, keep the gaze on your right hand. Fantastic job, Amanda, Jackie, beautiful. Yeah, and if you need to, you can support your heels with an extra mat. And bring your hand back. So again, bring your hands back in a prayer, push your hips out. Great job. And this time take your right hand and place it in front of your right knee. And bring your left hand over on the diagonal and gaze towards your left hand. Fantastic job. Really well done. And with control, bring your hand back. Okay, bring your hands in a prayer position. Give your knees an extra push to open up your hips. And with control, come up to the standing position. And release your hands. Step your right foot back, about 1.5 meters distance, and turn your feet to the right side. Your back leg is about 45 degrees out, and your heels have heel-to-heel alignment. Bring your hands to the side and lean towards your right hand as far as you can. And if you cannot go any further, place your right hand on your shin, on your ankle, or maybe you can even grab your big toe, and your left hand is right on top of your shoulder, like right above. And if you can, shift your gaze towards your left hand. We want to open our chest here as much as we can. Okay, get your big toe and inhale, come all the way up to the standing position. Turn your feet to the left side. Inhale, lean forward towards your left hand and place your left hand on your shin, ankle, or grab your big toe. The right hand is right over your head, right up over your shoulder. And your gaze is at your right hand. Gaze at your big toe and inhale, come up all the way to the standing position. Shift your feet to the left and take a wider stance. So you may want to walk your right foot forward and bend your front knee about 90 degrees. You still have heel-to-heel alignment. Inhale your hands to the side And lean towards your right hand as far as you can. And place your right hand outside of your right foot. And take your left hand over your head, creating a diagonal line with your left foot. And try to shift your gaze towards the left elbow if you can. Just very gentle movement of your head. Gaze at your big toe and place your left hand on the mat. So you have both hands on the opposite side of your right foot. Turn your left foot on the ball of the foot, so the heel is up. And bring your hands up into high lunge. You are going to do 5 pumps here. So on the exhale, we lower down. And on the inhale, we come up. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to keep our back leg as straight as we can. Good job. And then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your left hand back to the left and come up to the standing position. We're going to switch our feet to the left side. So walk your left foot forward. So you have the 90-degree in your knee. Bring your hands to the side and lean with your left hand forward and place it outside of your left foot. Take your right hand over your head and try to create a diagonal line with your foot. And if you can, shift your gaze slightly so it's towards the elbow of your right hand. Fantastic job. Really well done. And bring your right hand all the way to the mat. So both hands are on the opposite sides of the foot. Turn your right foot so it's on the ball of the foot and come up to high lunge. Try to keep the back leg straight if you can. And we're going to do the pumps. So exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. One more, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your hands to the side and turn your feet so they're facing the long side of the mat. Your feet, your toes can be slightly in. Place your hands on your waist and fold forward. And you can walk your hands to the back of the mat. And if you want, you can extend them all the way. You have a deep stretch in your shoulders here. Both of your legs are strong, you're straight, and they're supporting you in this pose. Walk your hands slowly in front of you and walk them towards your left foot. You should feel a straight stretch on the side of your right side, right shoulder, right underneath your shoulder. And walk your hands back to the center. And slowly walk them towards your right side. Then walk your hands back to the center. Place your hands on your waist. And inhale, come all the way up to the standing position. Bring your heels in. And bring your hands up into a cactus arms. Your elbows are bent. And bend your knees as low as you can into a goddess pose. And inhale, we'll come up, bring your hands over the head. And exhale down. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. And here, lift your heels up on the outside. Is it comfortable for you? And this time, if you can, if not, then you can always drop your heels down. We're going to come up, and now we keep your toes up, up, up. And exhale, lower down, keep your heels up, if you can. And inhale up. Very slowly, with control, we're using our breath. And down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels down. And come up all the way to the standing position and release your hands. And this time, if you can, hop your feet together and turn so you're facing the short end of the mat. We're going to do some balancing. Bring your right foot up and bring it right behind you. Take your right hand and place it on the inside of your right foot. Maybe that's where you're staying today. That's perfectly fine. But if you want, you can kick your left back and extend your left hand above your head into a dancer pose. And with control, bring your leg to the center. If you can, keep it off the mat. If not, drop your foot for a moment and bring your knee towards your chest. And with control, extend the foot in front of you. You can keep both of your hands on your hips. And again, with control, bend your knee and bring your knee back to your chest. And with control, we're going to kick the leg to the right side. Okay, bend your knee back to the center. And with control, bring the leg back behind you. And you can extend your hands in front of you, keep them in a prayer position, or keep them on your hips. Whatever feels good. Flex your toes here. And we're in warrior 3. With control, bring your foot back to your chest and hug your knee with both of your hands. And slowly bring it all the way down. We're going to do the same thing on our left side. So bring your left knee up. And with your left hand, grab your foot from the inside and kick it up. And when you're ready, extend your right hand over your head into a dancer pose. Fantastic job, beautiful balance, everybody. And with control, Bring your knee back to your chest. And extend the leg in front of you. Find hands on your hips, held here. Bring your knee back to the center and extend it to the side. Bend your knee and bring it back to the center. And extend the leg behind you. Flex your toes and keep your hands on your hips in a prayer position, or maybe you can extend them in front of you. Fantastic job, everybody. Really well done. And with control, bend your knee and bring it back to the center. And with your hands, hug your knee to your chest. And very slowly release it all the way down. We're going to take a vinyasa here. Inhale your hands to the side and up. Prayer position, gaze up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step back into high plank. And stay in high plank. One moment. And with control, drop to your forearms. And then shifting your weight towards your left side. And turn your left foot in. And lift your right hand over your head. You can take your right foot and place it in the middle to give you great support. Or maybe your right foot is in line with your left foot. Or if you want an extra challenge, you can step your feet on top of each other. Whatever position you're in, try to extend your hips up. Or if you want even more challenging pose, you can always lift your right foot up. Whatever feels good for you today. And if it's comfortable, shift your gaze towards your right hand. Very slowly, bring your hand back to the mat and turn your feet so they're parallel. So again, like we're in a long plank. Take your weight towards your right side and turn your right foot in. And if you're doing that, lift your left hand up over your head and park your left foot wherever it's comfortable for you, whatever you did on the other side, and gaze towards your left hand. Try to bend your hips up. Fantastic job, really well done. And with control, bring the hand back on the mat. And we're going to do it one more time. If you want a more challenging version, you can lift up to your palms into high plank. If not, open your forearms. Look into your body and whatever feels good today. Just lift your weight towards your left side. Turn your left foot in and lift your right hand over your head. Again, you have, even if you're in high plank, you have the same variation. Your foot is in between, in front of your left foot, back on top of your left foot, or maybe up in the air. And we're doing the same, trying to set our hips as high as we can. And bring your hand back on the mat. Return to that neutral position. And slowly start shifting the weight towards your right side. Turn your right foot in and bring your right hand over your head. And park your left foot the same way as you did on the right side. Your gaze is towards your left hand if it's comfortable. If not, keep it on the mat. Fantastic job. Amanda, Jackie, beautiful. And slowly bring your hand back on the mat. And return back to the neutral position. And with control, lower all the way down to the mat. Walk your hands on your fingertips in front of you. Your feet are about hip distance apart from each other. And on the inhale, Lift up your hands and lift up your knees. And on the exhale, we're going to wing the elbows, bend the elbows to the side. Inhale, bring your hands in front of you. And on the exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, hands in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows. And with each move, try to kick your legs a little bit higher and lift your chest up. Inhale, hands in front of you. Exhale to the sides. Do one more time. Inhale, hands in front of you. And exhale to the sides. And come all the way down. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Walk your hands on the fingertips to the side, creating the letter T with your hands, with your shoulders. And on the inhale, we're going to lift our legs and our hands up. And this time we're going to create that bird motion, lifting our arms up and down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Very slowly. And down, 4, 3, 2, 1. We want to do every movement according to our breath. And release. Place your hands in line with your shoulders and push yourself up into downward dog. And come, bring your knees down to the mat, to all fours. Right now, we want to make sure our hips are on top of our knees and our shoulders are on top of our wrists. On the inhale, bring your right foot behind you and bring your left hand in front of you. And exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunch. Bring your hand and knee back on the mat. We're going to do it on the other side. Bring your left knee and the left leg behind you. Bring your right hand in front of you. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And one more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And bring your hand and knee back on the mat. Bring your right knee up. Keep your knee bent. And with your left hand, grab your right foot. And lift it up. If you want, you can add a twist by rotating your chest. And if you can even try to see if you can see the sole of your right foot. Great job. It's a challenging balancing pose. And release. And bring your left leg up. And grab your foot with your right hand. Rotate your chest to the right if you can. And maybe you can gaze at the sole of your foot. Oh my goodness, fantastic, Jackie. Really well done. Amanda, beautiful. And release. Okay, lift your knees up so they are covering over the mat. We're going to do a very brief bear walk. It's one of my favorite poses, but it makes you sweaty pretty fast. And on the inhale, we're going to step our foot in front of us, our right foot and our left hand at the same time, if we can. Inhale, right foot, left hand forward. On the inhale, left foot and right hand forward. Please always hovering over the mat. And now we're going to go back. So right foot, left hand back. Left foot, right hand back. And we're going to do it one more time forward and one more time back. Right foot, left hand forward. Left foot, right hand forward. Right foot, left hand back. Left foot, right hand back. And let your knees drop on the mat and come for child pose. Let your head relax on the mat for a moment. And push your hips up into downward dog. And walk feet forward. And we're going to take one more vinyasa here. Inhale your hands to the side and up, prayer position, gaze up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step back, lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into down dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then walk your feet and cross your feet and come all the way down to the seated position. Extend your feet in front of you. Lengthen your spine. If you want, you can bring your hands over your head. And exhale, fold forward. Flex your toes here. And if you can grab your ankles, or maybe you can grab your feet. As you are bringing your eyes towards your big toes. The important part is that we keep our spine long. Great job, fantastic, Amanda, Jackie, beautiful. And come back to the seated position. Bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot outside of your left thigh. Take your right hand and place it behind you. And inhale, lengthen your spine and bring your left hand over your head. And bend your elbow and push your elbow against your right knee and gaze towards the back of the mat. Return your gaze back to the center. Release the twist. Extend your right foot in front of you and bend your left knee and place the sole of your left foot outside of your right thigh. Take your left hand, place it behind you. Lengthen your spine and bring your right hand over your head. And exhale, twist and push your right elbow against your left knee and gaze towards the back of the mat. And come back from the twist, release your foot, release your hand. Bend your knees and push yourself to the downward dog and walk your feet to the front. We're going to do one last vinyasa for today. Inhale your hands to the side and up, prayer position, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step back, lower down into half plank. Inhale, open up your chest into up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And walk your feet across your legs and come to the seated position. And with control, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. And keep your knees bent here. You can walk your feet towards your bum and grab your ankles with your hands. Check that your feet are parallel to each other. And we're going to do some dynamic bridges. So on the inhale, lift your bum up, then with control on the count of 4. And exhale, lower down so your hips are just hovering over the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up, up, up. One of the things I would like you to pay the attention to is your knees. We don't want them to move too much as we are lifting our hips up and down. And lower down. Send your hips up. And down. And your hips up. 4, 3. And this time, place your hands on the mat as your hips are up. And try to lift your right foot up. And maybe it will just slightly move up. Or maybe you can bring your foot all the way up. Or maybe it's somewhere in between, whatever feels good today. And let your foot drop down on the mat and lower your hips down. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. On the inhale, lift your hips up, up, up. And exhale, lower down so they're hovering over the mat. Inhale, go higher, higher, higher. Your hips are up. And exhale, with control, lower them down so they're hovering over the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Pay the attention to your knees. And exhale, lower your hips so they're hovering over the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. This time we're going to lift our left heel up. Maybe you can lift your leg up. And with control, lower your knee down and come all the way down to the mat. Fantastic job. Hug your knees to your chest. And you can roll from one side to another to give your back a gentle massage. Place your hands in the letter T and bring your knees towards your right side. And shift your gaze towards your left hand. Return your knees back to the center. And shift them towards your left side and shift the gaze towards your right hand. It doesn't matter if your knees are touching the mat, try to keep your shoulders on the mat. And bring your knees back to the center. And with control, lower them all the way down and send them to the opposite corners of the mat. And turn your palms up. And close your eyes. And return back to your regular breath. Here, in a final relaxation. And allow your body to sink into the mat. Very slowly start wiggling your fingers, your toes. You can draw circles with your ankles and your wrists. With your right hand, you can grab your left wrist and give yourself a stretch towards your right side. And return back to the center and grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch to the left side. And release. Hug your knees to your chest. And you can start rolling from side to side until you come to one side. And when you're ready, push yourself to that comfortable cross-legged position and place your hands on your knee. You can keep your eyes closed. And we're going to finish our practice today with a balanced breath. It's a 4-4 breath through our nose. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your right hand on your chest and your left hand on the abdomen, and you can repeat after me. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Release your hands and open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you build up some extra energy today and you're going to carry it with you for the rest of your day. Thank you.